Hey guys, Black99K here, back with another video. This is more like an announcement go over video because Google has finally revealed its gaming platform, and it's called Stadia. This is pretty big news. This is pretty big news I got when I woke up, and the first thing I do is I go through my phone, go through Facebook, check all the posts from the various groups I joined, blah blah blah, and then this comes up, and I'm like, whoa, okay. So I personally I did hear little tidbits about Google trying to get into the gaming scene, but they would actually announce it. That is kind of a surprise to me because I thought it wasn't gonna come for years now, but they've been working on it behind the scenes for years. So yeah, they just dropped the announcement a while ago, and this is pretty big news. So let's go through the post. And see what it says. Google has finally revealed its gaming platform, and it's called Stadia. I'll just call it Stadia. It just sounds better. Google has just unveiled its highly anticipated games console in a recent conference at GDC. The catch here is that it turns out it's not a console at all, but an entirely digital system that you can access from your Google Pixel, tablet, or laptop to play AAA games however you like via streaming. We're truly living in the future. Now, I didn't read the article yet. I'm going over this now. So I'm not a very big fan of streaming. I just like the physicality of everything. That's why 99% of the games I get are physical. Then you have the collector's editions, the deluxe editions, and all that good stuff. I just like the physicality. I've never been a fan of digital content or streaming, streaming my content to me. I've never really been a big fan of that, but who knows, maybe I'll have to change in the future. I don't know. Everything is going towards streaming. Even Sony said, Sony's president, I think, was it the president? I guess so. He said that the PlayStation 5 may be the last console on the market, and then everything's gonna move to streaming. So let's see. Personally, I hope it doesn't. I hope it's not like all streaming in the future. But you know, it is what it's gonna be. Alright, let's go continue on. Name Stadia. Name Stadia. The platform is looking seriously impressive, and you won't even need to buy any hardware unless you want to. And maybe you should, because the Stadia controller can upload directly to YouTube via a share button. Okay, it's pretty neat. Now we got some Twitter posts that we're gonna go through. Let's take a look at these. So in these pictures, you got the Stadia. It looks like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, running on the phone. Then you got it running on a monitor. Then you got it running on a tablet. Then a TV, which is super sufficient. This is a very big plus point. You can just stream it anywhere you want. You're in the bathroom, play on your phone. You're in the you're lying down on the bed. You don't want to go through the hassle of the TV or the monitor. Just play it on a tab with the stand. I mean, this is a big plus point. Alright, let's go on. You basically already have the hardware for Stadia. Okay. Try with controllers you already own. So basically the controllers you already have will work with this. Another plus point. Play on devices you already have. Another plus point. This is starting to look promising, I'm not gonna lie. Interesting and promising. I want to see where this goes. Stadia controller variants. The controllers look very nice. Controllers look very nice, especially this one, the black and white. My weakness colors. I don't like the orange bit though. Okay, I'll stick with this. The controllers are nice. And Google is a powerhouse. Google is a very big company with a lot of resources, lots of money, so they may be able to make something good here. Exceptionally good. Connected via Wi-Fi. So the controller's connected via Wi-Fi. Huh. I really like how the controller looks though. Looks super neat, super clean. Google Assist button. Controller has a built-in mic. Google Assist button. Well, it is the Google company, so them adding this isn't really a big surprise, but I don't know why you would need it in games. Maybe it's for other apps the console's gonna have, most probably. Or some in-game features maybe. Project Stream versus Stadia and 8K in the future. Okay. 2018 test, 1080p 60 stereo sound. So it's prepped for 8K in the future. Up to 4K 60 FPS HDR surround sound. I haven't even gone into 4K yet. I'm not really interested in 4K. Plus, I don't like playing it in big monitors, big TVs. So basically 4K is kind of useless if you don't play it on a big enough screen. So I'm not really into 4K yet. I'm not really interested with that, and 8K is not at all interesting to me yet. Maybe it will be. Maybe everything in the future is going to be 4K, 8K. Who the hell knows? But at the moment, 1080p is my sweet spot. All right, now this picture I saw online is really getting to me. So they say that shots fired. Yeah, shots are fired. Sony, Microsoft, Google is shooting at you from all sides. Let's look at this. PS4 Pro has 4.2 GPU teraflops. Okay. Xbox One has 6.0 GPU teraflops. Okay. Stadia has 10.7 GPU teraflops, which is, when I saw this, I was like, what? So the Xbox One X was supposedly the most powerful console on the market ever made, and now Google Stadia just comes in saying it's 10.7 GPU teraflops. Now the reason why I'm not going no, it must be fake, must be like they're exaggerating, blah blah blah, is because it's Google. Google is a gigantic company with a shit ton of money, a shit ton of resources, and I believe that they can pull off a very powerful console if they want to get into the gaming business, and this seems viable for Google. I mean, it's not a big surprise. So this is, to me, is the biggest surprise here. This is the biggest treat here for me, because this is 4.0 more than the Xbox One X, which is supposedly the most powerful console on the market right now, and this is a big step. Let's move on. Unreal and Unity support confirmed, plus more partners. So they already have the Unreal Engine working on it, the Unity engine working on it, and they already have a shitload of partners. So of course it's Google. They're gonna have partners and a snap. So ID Software, Morty Stratton on stage. Doom Eternal? Yeah, Doom Eternal on Stadia, 4K with HDR and 60 FPS. They said that they already have it running. No cheating, no hacking. The way their infrastructure and system is set up, cheating and hacking is impossible on the system. That's what they say. Stadia supports cross-play platforms. Stadia supports cross-platform play. Cross-platform play. Why is this word so hard to say? Cross-platform play. Cross-platform play through overall consoles. This is another plus point which gamers really look forward to, is cross-platform play. I'm not sure what this is. Style transfer, ML, machine learning, works like live image filters. Okay, it's basically that you can, the live image turns into a filter, so you can use that on the console. Maybe it's like an app or something. State share allows you to share a save game. This is very interesting. State share is, say that I'm about to swing my sword. I'm playing the Google Stadia, I'm about to swing my sword, and then I use state share. So the game freezes there. And then you can send that to a friend, and that friend can start from where you froze the game. He can continue swinging the sword and kill the guy. So that's pretty interesting. Pretty neat. Still gotta see how it works though. Crow play. Oh my god, I can't read. It's because I haven't had my coffee yet. Wait, one second. Good old black coffee. Crowd play allows you to join games you watch on YouTube. Another interesting feature. You're watching it on YouTube, you're like, oh snap, that game looks awesome, I want to play it. Just go play it. Stadia Games and Entertainment, Google's first party studio. They have their own studio, first party. I was like, what? Launching this year? So Stadia is launching this year, 2019. More details in summer. Holy snap. Alright, there's another. We went through this. Now let's look at RPG sites Twitter posts about this, because it has something different. Not here. Where's the here it is. Okay, so RPG site. Okay, Phil Harrison, who of course has a deep history on traditional games, talking about their first test, which ran Assassin's Creed Odyssey at 1080p 60 FPS in Chrome browsers through the tech that now powers Stadia. Explaining the vision. In a browser, you could click a Play Now button attached to a game trailer or video on YouTube, then be playing it on Stadia within 5 seconds, no download. This is a huge plus point right here. You're watching this game trailer on YouTube, you see the word play on Stadia, you click it, 5 minutes later you're playing the game. Fast, direct. This is crazy. This is heaven for digital content lovers. Okay, this is pure heaven, and most of the people like digital content, like to buy online. They don't like having the physical disc or physical game, because it's another thing you have to take care of. You know, if you get a digital game, it's there, it's taking up space in your room no matter how small it is. So digital is very efficient, but old schoolers like me, that's like physicality, you know. But yeah, it is tempting. It's tempting. This is super awesome. I find this concept really cool. And it's Google, I'm telling you guys, it's Google. It's a big ass powerhouse. These guys have the power, the money, the resources to make something very big, which can outrun the PS4 or outrun Sony and Microsoft even in the future. They have that power. So it's something to look forward to see what they do with this. At launch, it'll support desktops, laptops, TV, and phones. There's no console or box. You can play anywhere. they're now doing a live demo running Assassin's Creed Odyssey on a Pixelbook, a very bare bones laptop, then on a Pixel 3 XL, then on a desktop, then on a tablet, then a TV. So yeah, the advantage here is that the power is with Google. You are just your screen is just the output, okay? So basically you can play on your phone, on your tab, TV, laptop, basically anything with a screen. I mean, this is very insane. This is very cool. I'm kind of tempted. I won't lie. I'm tempted. Of course, they need exclusives. They need to understand the gaming business if they want to stand toe to toe with Microsoft and Sony. He's been doing this for years, but seeing their steps, you can tell that they've been observing the industry. They've been observing the trends. They've been observing their competitors very closely, and they're ticking the boxes which the competitors did not tick yet or tried to tick. So that's pretty cool. I see what they're doing here. Controllers. Stadia will support existing controllers on various platforms, but the official Stadia controller connects directly to the game you're playing through Wi-Fi to reduce lag. Also has some unique Stadia buttons. Capture and Google Assistant, which uses the built-in mic. So you can play using the controllers you already have, or you can use their controllers which have some special features. Personally, I think I would get their controllers because it just looks super nice to me, and I'm getting attracted by this one a lot. Now they're talking nerdy stuff about data centers and why this won't lag as much. They say nobody else has Google's level of infrastructure. True. That's true. Google is Google. Okay, it's crazy. And this is, I believe, true. Google, no one has Google's level of infrastructure. So what they can do, the competitors cannot. And now they've added custom gaming hardware to the infrastructure. In the future, it should be able to go up to 8K, 120 FPS. Wow. For a company to jump into something that they're new at, they wrecked the building down. I'm gonna tell you that. They blew the walls up. Rather than curate your live stream locally, you can send your gameplay direct from Stadia servers to YouTube and the like at 4K 60 FPS quality. Okay. This is very promising. Okay, in raw power terms, Stadia is more powerful than PS4 Pro and Xbox One X combined. Yeah, I forgot to mention that when I showed you guys this picture. They said that it's more powerful than these two put together, which is crazy to say. Okay. It'll also scale over time as better hardware becomes available, meaning should always be cutting edge. Okay, Unity, Unreal, Havoc, and others supporting it. GPU by AMD. It'll also scale over time as better hardware becomes available. Oh, okay. So as better hardware is available, their technology is gonna rise as well and be cutting edge at all times. Marty Stratton from ID Software on stage now, talking up Google's vision and how they can get Doom Eternal working on it. It only took them a few weeks to get it going. It's coming to Stadia obviously, and it will be capable of running at 4K with HDR at 60 FPS. Only took them a few weeks to get Doom Eternal working, so that tells me that their base infrastructure of the console is down and ready to go, which is pretty fast if you tell me. For a company that's stepping into the mainstream gaming business, that's pretty quick. They're now talking about how a game like Doom runs on one Stadia GPU, but an experience can also make use of multiple GPUs at once. Single GPU, multiple GPUs. So I guess I guess when everything's like normal and stuff, they use a single GPU, and when things get heated, multiple GPUs maybe. I guess what they mean. I'm gonna watch this live stream. I just didn't want to watch it. I just want to go through the post because it's faster than watching the live stream. In theory, Stadia could create far more stable multiplayer because multiplayer packets wouldn't need to be passed through the public internet at all. Okay. Could also eliminate cheats and hacks. Very big point here. This is a very, very big point, which of course is going to entice a lot of gamers because people love their PvP. Also, it'll support full cross-platform play, including support for game-safe ports. All of this is insane, okay? This is insane. These details. Got your game player, your ISP, Google Data Center, Google Cloud and Game Services, a straight line. Oh man. Talking about how Stadia can impact things like multiplayer, for instance, using multiple Stadia servers to allow crisp split screen play without any performance hit. Also suggests imagining players being able to see their allies' streams to see what they're doing, etc. Like every line I read, I'm like, what the hell? What the It's pretty interesting, this thing. You got split screen with no problems. You can see what your friend's streaming, like on the fly. State share, we went over this one. Talking YouTube now. Stadia will make it easier for viewers to play with streamers. Press a button inside the stream itself, then instantly jump into the match and play with them. How is this like? How are they doing like these innovative things? Also, you know why? Because they're Google. That's why. They're pretty serious people. They're a humongous company with humongous amounts of money. I've been saying this, like, what I said, this is the 4th time I'm saying it. So they are able to do things that the competitors cannot, and they're giving you examples right here. Now all we have to do is see how it works in the real world, because testing on stage or testing behind the curtains is completely different than releasing it to the real world and see how it copes with various people. Okay, you can also use YouTube and Google Assistant for guide help. Stadia will know where you're in a game, so you can ask it for help and it'll direct you straight to a relevant video. Helpful. This is helpful. Okay, so you're stuck. You can't find. You need to find a key in a game. You don't know where it is. Hey Stadia, how do I find that key? I'm stuck here. Stadia's like, oh, here you go, your video. Pretty helpful. You should not look at videos when gaming. Test yourself. Go crazy, like the old days. I remember playing the Water Temple in 100 times. N64, and there wasn't no guides. There was only the physical Nintendo Power guides, if I'm not wrong. No online stuff. Those days were the real gaming days. You gotta figure shit out for yourself. Going back on topic, this is helpful for today's world. Stadia Games and Entertainment is Google's first-party development house for games, headed up by Jade Raymond. First-party development house. They got the wheels turning. Okay, Stadia Games and Entertainment will be doing new games, but also working with third-party studios and developers, big and small. Stadia is coming in hot. Stadia will launch this year, first in the US, Canada, UK, and most of Europe. They'll be taking launch games and the like in the summer. Oh, they'll be talking launch games and the like in the summer. That's all for this conference. So yeah, that's all the details so far given out about Google Stadia, which came as a shock to me because I wasn't expecting it to be this year or in a few years. Actually, this thing was actually out of my mind. And now on the current market, we're so PS4, PC, and Xbox One based, it's almost impossible to imagine a another competitor coming in. And if it wasn't Google, I don't think anyone else could. Soldier Boy tried. Look what happened. Look what happened to him. But yeah, jokes aside, if it wasn't Google, no other company would be able to step in. Google, being a powerhouse it is, it's promising a lot of stuff that the competitors don't have or are trying to have. So this is something to look forward to. It's very promising, the details they have. So yeah, there it is, the detail of Google Stadia, and I'm looking forward to more announcements and more info about this platform. It's pretty interesting, very interesting. So yeah, if you guys liked the video, leave a like and sub, and I'll be back with more gaming news, movie news, and unboxings on the next one. Peace, guys.